Hello, every one of you that is joining us on our live stream here, live at the Heights Theater in Columbia Heights, which is one of the most unique and one of the coolest movie theater venues in the Twin Cities. No surprise, we chose it to have our film premiere here. That's why we're here. The we that I'm referring to is the Twin Cities Film Fest, and thank you so much for joining us. Excuse me, I'm one of your hosts for the Twin Cities Film Fest, Doug Sidney, and this is awesome because this is part of our Twin Cities Film Fest Insider Film Series. We do these once a month. This is our summer edition, and this is so awesome because we have a feature independent film that's playing here tonight. It's a Minnesota feature. I'm with the producer and director who wrote it as well, right?
Yeah, I
kind of the everything, Jesse Mass. So nice of you to join us. This is so cool. We are going live. This is one of our first Twin Cities Film Fest live stream interviews, so you get to be a part of this. And it is so great to have you a part of this film.
Well, thank you, Doug.
Yeah, a neat film. It's a kids film. It's in a couple of different genres. And let's start our talk tonight, since you're so nice to join us. Tell us about this. You worked on a couple of short films that were much different in nature. You're tackling a kids film, and I mean, it's amazing. You did an amazing job. What was the impetus for it?
Well, I have to give credit to my wife, which is always great. She told me a while back, hey, if you want to win over my heart with a film, give me kids or give me charming old people. And I'm like, okay, so why don't we, I had in my heart like a desire to make a Western. I was like, what if we did a modern Western with kids? So Kid West came from that. Now, you mentioned the short films earlier.
Yep.
A big journey for any filmmaker is figuring out who you are as a filmmaker, and what kind of films you want to make, and who you want to make them for. So I made a short film that was mostly dramatic, but it had an action scene in it, and somebody told me, you probably want to make action films because you've got this action in there that maybe didn't work or did work depending on what kind of genre it is. And I was like, okay, so then I made an action short film, but it didn't have a lot of humor. And my favorite movies make me laugh. And so I was like, okay, so I think with Kid West, I found the right niche of what I wanted. A film that reaches a wide audience, a film that has a lot of action, which is what I want to do, and has a lot of humor. So that was kind of the story of that.
Let's get a little bit more serious, because you talk about really fun film elements, but at the same time, you're tackling some very real, very prevalent issues, things that are going on for kids and adults today, but you're tackling them in a kids context. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Every good story needs irony, and I think the irony of this story is younger people acting with the kind of maturity and proactiveness that adults should have. And one of the themes in the film is race. It's not the most prevalent theme in the whole movie, but it is there. And so I hope people who see this film will have hope for racial reconciliation and forgiveness. And I think and there's issues of bullying. I mean, bullying is big in our culture right now. And so, in one sense, the film makes fun of bullying, but it also treats it as a serious thing, where people get mistreated, and I think the people respond in real ways.
Yep.
So,
talk to us about making the transition from having shot short films and biting off the big pieces.
Sure.
Going in and putting a feature-length story together. What was that like for you?
It's always the goal of every filmmaker to make a feature film. So you start off with short films because they're less expensive, take less time to make. But for me, and this is probably true for a lot of indie filmmakers, is we're itching to make a feature film. So I knew after making 2 shorts that it was time to pursue a feature. So I had a lot of drive, had a lot of passion, but I had a lot of inspiration with the concept of Kid West. A story that can reach a broad audience, can be entertaining, fun, make people laugh, and also can inspire an audience's imagination. So it was difficult to do. If you're an independent filmmaker, you probably know the hardest thing is raising money for your film, because nobody wants to help you, and a few might want to help you, but most can't. So you have to figure out, whichever way you go, and there's really no wrong way, as long as it's not illegal, to raise money for your film. And so that was the hardest part for me, and that was the biggest journey. but I'm so glad the movie's done. I'm so glad people can see it.
We're so glad.
Yeah.
We're so glad we get to see it.
That's right.
So, talk to us about the look of the film, because it looks like a much larger budget, I would imagine, film than what you have. It looks incredible. Talk to us about putting your production crew together and establishing and finding and zeroing in on the look that you wanted.
Yes. Well, it's something my wife likes to compliment me on, which is gracious of her. Is like I know how to do a lot with a little bit of money. So I love high production value, and I try to strive for that. But I'm also a perfectionist, so I want to take the necessary time to make it right. And part of that is pre-production in getting the right locations. The feel of this film is nostalgic. I wanted adults to see it to get a feel of nostalgia, even though it's not a period piece. And I wanted it to look like what it was like when I was growing up. So the locations, the bikes, the vehicles, the houses, the buildings, all had to look a little older, more aged, more character, to give that feeling of like, hey, this is what it was like when I was growing up. So that's how I chose that.
Plus the Western theme as well.
Plus the Western theme, yeah.
Another important element of the film being executed to your vision is casting. Finding the people in the right places to bring the story alive. Talk to us about that, and then that's going to lead us into someone else that's going to join us tonight. But talk to us about casting.
Yeah, it's in the fall of 2015 at the Guthrie Theater. I saw To Kill a Mockingbird. It was a really good performance, and there was a lot of young actors, like 12 to 14, who were in it. I thought they were fantastic. So I ended up casting several of them in Kid West, and I seeing them inside in this play. I knew that they could be great in the film, because the Guthrie is such a prestigious stage, and that was like their audition. Seeing them in the play, I knew they'd be awesome in the movie.
Amazing. Mary Blair is her name. Mary, you're gracious enough to join us. Come on over. Thank you so much for being up here with us. Thanks for joining the Twin Cities Film Fest. Your film tonight is premiering. You got to work with Jesse. Talk to us about playing Kid West.
Well, it was a really great project and everything. I'm so glad I could be a part of it. Wow, it was a pretty big experience. We had to go through a lot of filming and everything, and it was pretty much the entire summer. But it was so rewarding to see all of the clips, and especially the trailer, actually, because I could see how my hard work put through and created a movie.
Very well said. So you've seen bits and pieces of it. You haven't seen the whole entire film as a completed piece yet, which that's what tonight is.
Yes.
So let me ask you about your character. Things that you related to her with, and things that about her in the film that were different from you. So talk to us about the similarities between you and Kissy.
Well, both of us like to go on a lot of adventures, and she wants to really put in a lot of justice and make sure everything is kind of right in her community, and I think that's definitely the same with me, and I like to be an activist and make sure there's justice and stuff. However, she has experienced a lot of sadness in her life, and that is something that I have not yet felt. So that was one challenge, especially in being the acting part of it. I had to kind of act and have to like use things that I felt, but kind of reflect on what she's felt.
Very well said. So you've done stage work. You've worked in commercials. Was this one of your first or your very first film projects?
This was my very first movie. Yeah.
What surprised you about the filming and the filmmaking process? Anything that kind of you weren't expecting?
It was really interesting in how we wouldn't shoot everything in order. We would have to go from one scene to another. So then, as an actress, I would have to still act well and think of it chronologically, but we would do it differently. So that one was kind of difficult. But then it was also the way in acting you want to get everything, or in theater you would like to have everyone in the last row see and hear everything you're doing, but in filming the slightest movement goes the longest way. So that was also challenging to switch from.
What is your age?
I'm 13.
So to know that already, that distinction between stage and camera, you're going to go a long way. So Jesse, why Mary?
Well, I want to say why not Mary, because when I saw you in a video you did. Actually, it was a few videos, promotion for the film, promotion for To Kill a Mockingbird, and just in those short videos, I knew you had the spirit of the character. And so when we first met, it was like your mom and myself and you, and we went out for like coffee, and I just offered you the role right there, because I'm like, I knew you could do it. So, and I knew if we had the right Kid West, the film would work. So I can usually tell right away if it'll work, if the actor will work, if the role will work, and sometimes it can be just a photograph of them, and for me it was just seeing a few video clips and like, oh yeah, she could totally do this.
Right.
So,
okay, ready to be put on the spot?
Yep.
Challenges during the shoot. Challenges with your character. Challenges with certain scenes. Were there any, or did you just was it smooth sailing?
There were definitely challenges. One in particular was, as I mentioned, how Harper has experienced a dad dying. She had to move from a state to another state. That definitely brings in a lot of emotion and sadness. And I've been lucky so far as not to experience any of that. So that was hard as an actor to kind of try and find ways that I can portray that through acting without like having that exact emotion. Yeah, so
And that's the true work of an actor. So again, good on you. Jesse, I'm not sure if Mary knows this about what we were talking about off camera, what's next for the film that is coming up. Does she know?
Yes, well, yes, she does know.
Okay. So
but
you're
America, do you know?
Yes.
Kid West is going to be available for purchase on Amazon Video later in August, and so very soon it'll be submitted there, and you can own Kid West and have the adventure in your own home. So I'm excited for that.
So are we, which is amazing news for all of you who aren't here with us tonight live at the Heights Theater in Columbia Heights for the world premiere, the first ever screening of...
Can we say the universal premiere?
Oh my God. For the world and universal premiere of Jesse Mass and Mary Blair's Kid West. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. We can't wait to get in there and see the feature film. Look for it. Social media, it can be found where?
It can be found on kidwestmovie.com or just Kid West on Facebook. And come check us out, like it, but hope you get to see it. Thanks.
Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to continue our live stream coverage here. Don't go away.